Telecommunications is exploding, as everybody can see around them. It is one of those magnificent stories that you can see around. You see all of a sudden that people take communications and mix it with all kind of social agendas, business agendas, personal agendas, and I think it's taking off. It's taking off in a way that people didn't anticipate.
Do you see this sort of explosion across the African continent, or are there particular pockets of development and growth around Africa?
Always, and one of the issues that we have to deal with on a global basis, not just in Africa, is that if you look to people that are connected, it is a coastal thing. And every continent, every country has that issue about, but what about the rural areas? And I think that's a truly important thing here in Africa. If you look to connectivity, it's the key ingredient for economic development. And we need to find solutions, business model solutions and technology solutions, to go into the rural areas in a way that can help them to be connected in a way that has economic and social benefits. I think the good news is everybody is in agreement about the agenda. This is what we need to do. The not so good news is we haven't found a model yet in the industry how to do that in a way that is more than just a trial and error.
That's what I was going to ask you, is the how. We've got this great broad macro picture in terms of what we'd like to do in terms of development, but how's a company like yours going to actually get on the ground and help accomplish that?
So in many different ways. Think about something that is pretty basic. What's first, communications or energy? Well, logic will prevail and say you need energy in order to bring communications, right? You have an antenna, you need to fire it up, and you need to have a network, and so there must be energy before there's communications. Well, think again. If you have self-sustaining models and you use alternative energy, it may be that you can bring communications, develop something, and the energy will follow. Those type of very out-of-the-box type of models are truly important, and I think Africa is ready to take those type of solutions and do something with it.
Sustainability is a really important part of the way you run your business and your personal philosophy. Sometimes, perhaps at loggerheads with telecommunications as a whole, how are you going to get the marriage right between the two?
Yeah, we're doing a very exciting thing which is called Green Touch, where we have taken the initiative to reduce the energy consumption by a factor of 1,000, which is basically an idea that what you need today for one day to fuel the internets around the world will then last 3 years. And we do that together with our competitors, with our customers, with universities, and it's a really great project. Now, Africa would be one of the ideal labs in real life to go and explore where it will work and how it will work. Because you have vast areas where there's no infrastructure. You need to bring the infrastructure, but you cannot bring it in the way that is as energy consumptive as we have in the other parts of the world. You need to do it in a very different format. And I think we are a couple of years away from that. But it is on the horizon that we can do something that maybe even a couple of years back was impossible to even dream about.
As emerging markets go, why is Africa particularly attractive at this point in time?
Well, it's not attractive because it's a high margin business, because it is not. Here's the interesting thing. People start from zero to the broadband era, and funny enough, they start from zero to a highly competitive environment at the same step. So that's very interesting. If you see, for example, that some of the operators are now using the Indian model to compete, the logical evolution that took place in the West is not certainly the thing that they're going to copy here. So it goes much faster. But the interesting thing is innovation local style, I think, will get a better chance because of the talent base, the youth of the population, and the hunger to get the information to much more people.